Hey everybody, it's been a really long time since the last time I did a video, and I apologize for everyone that I harassed about subscribing to me because I feel like I've let everybody down, but you know how life is. It gets busy and um, you just get, sidetracked or whatever. But I want to thank my crew, y'all know who you are, for bringing me out of retirement, so to speak, by asking this question that I hear all the time, specifically, sorry, being asked by women about being in love and loving, and how do you know when someone is the one. So this is my interpretation. Um, I'm not saying it's right, but it's right for me. And I challenge women specifically to give it a try. Just try to subscribe to my philosophy and see how it works for you as far as your approach on relationships. First of all, I want to say this. There's a huge difference between being in love with someone and loving someone. Being in love is like the flu. It creeps up on you. You don't know how long it's going to last. You don't know what effect it's going to have on your mind, your body, if it's going to have some lasting effects negatively or positively. Well, the flu doesn't have really any positive effects, but walk with me. And you don't know how to get rid of it if it's something that is not good for you or that you don't really want to, be a part of. It kind of overtakes you. In love is a noun. Loving someone, however, is not a noun. It's a choice. It's a verb. It's an action. Loving someone it's a choice you decide. Just for example, when you decide on a career path or a hobby or something that you want to invest in, you are passionate about it, you give 100% to that one thing. It doesn't matter what else is going on in your life. You choose actively to do whatever you can to pursue this one thing, to make it as great and as successful as possible. That's what love is. I don't want to go too deep and talk about how, God, gives us a choice to love him, because he doesn't ever want to feel like he's forcing you to be in a relationship with him. Being in love with someone, you feel like you are so overcome with emotion that is what determines your actions, or you are constantly susceptible to how being in love factor is going to affect your life. When you love someone, you affect the change on your life. Because you love someone, you choose to make changes in yourself, your lifestyle, your location, whatever it may be, to make that thing successful. I could go on and on just on the difference between being in love and loving someone. But I'm not going to dwell there, because I think, you kind of understand. I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence. Now, in love, to me, is not a valid or solid enough foundation to build a relationship on, because it's not steady. In love is like quicksand. It's like sand in general. When the waves wash in, it erodes the shoreline. It changes constantly. However, when you love someone, it's stronger because you are constantly affecting it. Being in love, to me, you wake up in the morning, you're angry with that person, they piss you off, whatever. You're not in love on that particular day, but you choose to love them anyway. You choose to stay in a relationship. You choose to continue to work hard to forgive, or to understand, or to appreciate, or whatever the case may be for that particular situation. But your in love feeling isn't there. So to me, people who tell me they got married because they were so in love, I watch the clock, because those marriages aren't going to last. In love is not ever gonna be forever. It's like the weather, it changes constantly, but continuously there's still love. Does that make sense? I hope it does. So back to the whole foundation thing. To me, loving someone and knowing whether or not they are the one for you, first you have to determine what does forever mean to you. If forever has an expiration date in your mind, then first of all, marriage may not be for you, and love, may not be for you, because when you marry someone and you love that person, it's a forever commitment. Marriage is not disposable, in my opinion. Now, I do think there are certain reasons why people should get divorced, but my reasons and your reasons may be different. My reasons are physical abuse is not acceptable, and being with a man who is not willing to do whatever he has to do to be financially responsible for his family, as in being a provider, not necessarily making more money, but just providing for his family. To me, that's not acceptable. Those are my two things. They may not be your two things, whatever. I don't think infidelity is a reason for divorce. I know what the Bible says or what people interpret it to say, but I think forever is a very long time, and whatever. I'm not going to go down that line. Back to knowing if someone is the one for you. Before you can know someone is the one for you, you have to have an understanding of what your destiny or your purpose on this earth is. And once you figure out what your purpose is, then you can decide or know or agree that someone else's purpose on this earth is so inextricably connected to your purpose that it doesn't matter if you're ever in love with them on a continuous basis. You choose to love them. You choose to be 100% all into the relationship. You choose to build your life with them on a forever continuum, because you know that you will not be the most 100% you that you can be without having this person connected to you. It's like living without air, living without water, living without food. It can be done for a certain amount of time, but in order to live abundantly and have an enriched life and have your soul be fulfilled and your purpose be fulfilled in life, it can't be done without these things. That's how, for me, I don't particularly feel in love with my husband every day, but I definitely love him every day, and I'm definitely all in. And my marriage, to me, is bigger than today. It's bigger than the decisions we make today, the mistakes we make today, the happy times we have today, because our purpose in this life, before we were even known to each other, to our parents in existence physically, our destiny was already created. This is just my opinion. It has to do with my belief in God. It has to do with my belief in a lot of different things that you may not believe in. So this whole philosophy won't work for you, but I still challenge people to try it and stop being so emotionally driven when it comes to relationships. Because to me, if you're constantly seeking emotional fulfillment from someone that you don't even have within yourself, you're never going to be happy. It's like chasing a high. It's like, women in particular are like crackheads for love. They're constantly seeking the next in love feeling, instead of saying to yourself, you know what, this man may not be this, or this, but I choose to love him anyway. I choose to agree that my purpose and his purpose are so inextricably connected that I cannot live to my fullest potential without being with this person. I feel like I rambled a little bit. I feel like this was a pretty decent way to come back to the vlogosphere, but my time is about up, and I don't know. I was in the mood today. I miss video. I miss this, you guys. I miss YouTube. So hopefully you guys got something out of it, and I'll do a part 2, maybe later, but maybe not. So, bye. I hope that helped. I don't know. I hope it did. Bye.